Where should it begin? Practically, you floored me. You wasted my mind. You gathered my time. And you restructured my thinking. What I'd like to talk right now is about things that I understand and things that I do not understand. And this is where it starts. Okay? Mighty Messer writes me back a note, the president's scale, 1 to 23. Well, if we went 1 to 24, that would be center C, and that would be shared between two sides. If we went 1 to 24 from the right side of the piano, that would be +5 short of center C. Center C, D, E, F, G. So we would actually be on the G. So we'd be on the G, okay, and we'd be on the B. It'd be B and G, which is perfect. Number 27, absolutely perfect. 27 times 3 is 81. Plus 9 is 90. That is absolutely perfect. 72 times 3 is 216. That's in the dog pound. That's perfect. That's where we start with Grover Cleveland's. Now, I'm understanding that Grover Cleveland stops at number 22 because he's 22, and then he's 22 again, and the next president at 23, and then the next president at 24. Okay, it's two different presidents, okay? When I'm counting, I have removed Barack Obama, and I put him at number 43. When in all actuality, Barack Obama should be at number 42. It's like if I started off, 1 would be Grover Cleveland 23, and 2 would be Grover Cleveland 24. Instead, 24, reverse it to 42, and it's Barack Obama. So I can see it, but I'm still, even if I can see it and say it what it is in numbers, I still can't see the situation in my head. I don't only need to see the numbers, I need to see the situation. It's almost like, it's like when you hit a home run, it's like when you're going around the horn, when Messer says, I'm going around the horn, it's taking the combination of all the numbers and actually giving you the story both ways of where the story has begun, where you painted, and now we're showing you how the paint's coming back on the brush and into the barrel, went back to the spot, and I'm sitting down. I was born, now I'm no longer born. I'm in my father's pants, and my head is in my mother. I'm a split situation, but I'm nothing at all. I'm nothing because I haven't received. I'm not here on earth, but yet the sperm and the egg, 5775, Standard & Poor, going from 19 to 17, S&P. ER, electric resident in the spermazoid, but I'm off the Messer zone. We now have Truman as 34 and 12. Or was that Truman 33 and 34? Okay, and they're doing Kennedy as 35 over here and 11. But it's also Kennedy minus 11, which would be 24, which makes Grover Cleveland 24 and Barack Obama the reverse of 42. So again, we link Grover Cleveland, GC, with Kennedy, JFK, and then we connect Barack Obama. What we do have to understand is the Indianapolis Colts, okay, from Indianapolis, for me, it's all the same thing. Indianapolis, Illinois, Ohio, all the same circle. We make a circle. It's a circle right here. You don't see number 2 up over here, but you see 2 in the corner playing low shoe. You don't see number 9 playing in the corner here. Low shoe moves up over here. So it has to be a roundabout, a circle, an oval. The oval area of the Oval Office, I'll stretch out my arms, and from in the oval, that's what I bring in. Look, I'm not allowed to turn, but this is what I can do. This spot is empty here, and this spot is empty here, because that's where I come from. It was used to space for me to go. Now we're going to go back down the scale of all this building E sharp. Now I don't know, I don't play piano, I don't know what E sharp is, but obviously I now have to be, I'm a sharp dressed man. And now I'm going to have to look up the song about the sharp dressed man, because that's where Messer brought me to. And I have to understand E sharp, otherwise I won't understand the gentleman that I'm reading with. E20, 222, reverse 220, 222. The president's scale, 1 to 23, and back from there. Now, why do we get the 1 to 23? We do not need to, but there was a president who was a president after his presidency, and his spot was counted, and it was another Grover Cleveland, so he used up 2 spots in 2 different separations in time. Grover, land over, Grover, move over. Okay, 24 and 42 is Zion, Israel. This is the pound. This is where T, Z, and N 10 Zion is right here. Red 19. This is 1/4 of the moon, or Kater. Hey, Carter. Welcome back, Carter. Do you remember? This is red. This is when big red. This is the moon. 666 in 3 areas of 1957. The sun that picks up the moon. This is the gateway into 2 worlds of birth. This is the creation of the light, and where this becomes 36. 36 and 10 for man 10. This will be Nibiru, the wings of the birth, and the church and the gateway between 4 and 4, the 2 worlds. 1 Rubik's Cube in the next. 39 are crisscrossing 180 degrees because 9 o'clock and 3 o'clock on the sun brings in the gateway, or the wings, okay, of the plane. Because no matter what you do with that plane, if the wing on this side is up here, the other one's down here. So that's the way that scenario works. 40 and 6, the blue world with fire comes in with man. This would be the 3 little pigs. Also, the 3 little pigs would walk in here, here, and here. 57, 54, 51. The gateway to Mars is through the sun and the moon. They did say it's through the sun and the moon. 41, that is your AD. 4 and 1 is 5. 42 is 6. 4 and 1 is 5. Isn't that perfect? 3 and 1 is 4. 3 and 2 is 5. 3 and 2 is 5. Again, perfect here. And again, perfect here. 4 and 1, 5, 3 and 2. The only 2 that make it perfect. 73, okay? 73 and 19, which are again, 73 and 19. It's 37 and 10 plus 9 because you're picking up the moon. There's your 19. There's your win. 2 times 7, 2 plus 7 is 9 and 14 equals to 23. I go down to number 32, which is the same, and I get the same number, connecting these 2. Okay, so these numbers all connect within each other, and they tell a story within each other. I may be going a little bit too fast. 110 becomes 116. But this, we need 2 sides of 116. Otherwise, it's 113 on one side. This is now 116 times 2 is 232. Skull bones. We have to double the twin towers of 116, and 116 is 232. The 108 floors, do not worry. Do you understand? Now, how come we don't have 110? Why 108? Because there's 52 cards in a deck. 13 times 4 on the left, 13 times 4 on the right, 104, 2 jokers and 2 jokers, 108. And then in each box, we have 1 card that tells you how the game of the cards work in poker. It's a poker card, and there's 1 rule for both teams, yet there's 2 jokers, 1 black, 1 red. Jakar, joker. The O brings in the EA, which means I am the archer inside joker. We bring it down over here, again, 3223, which is again the passage of 55. 2 times 3, 2 plus 3 is 6 and 5 equals to 11. 6 and 5 equals to 11, plus 32 is 43, plus 23 is 34, and you end up with 34 and 12, and you end up with 43 and 3. 7, 77, and 15. This will give you 5, 15 will give you 6 automatically. Communication between Truman and number 43. Whoever you want to rank is 43, whether it's Bush or whether it's Obama. Don't forget, your backbone has 2 tails. One tail's by its ass, the other one is in here. First, the tail of man eats the shit. Then the second tail of man is the area for what it lets it go. One area is through the neck that harmonizes the head. The other one that scales up your hip section. We're going to go to the last park where we went to Philly Hall. Where am I pulling down this now? Inside of Messier's Hall, we have to understand what do we want to look at. The 9 floors, okay? The 9 floors of how many entrances. Don't forget, usually when we enter a building, it's rare that we enter from the corner. So you have to have 4 entrances minimum. Okay, on each on the outside, and these 2 to walk into the shopping center, unless you're an end result. But we're going to go to Metro Life. Metro Life, this is Snoopy, this is Charlie Brown, me, too much in French. It also says the 3 lives within. So this would be 159. This would be something to do with Einstein over here. And because this is the light, this is number 19. 19 will equal 7 and 5. And this is absolutely perfect. This is the Church of Time inside the Singer building. Church of Time. Now, if I had to really go deeper and looked into this Singer, I-N-G, sing her, king her, jur what? German or manger of Jesus. A continuation of another word. They all link. Why do they link? It's like walking down and walking down and walking down, and you walk down through the forest, and the last step linked to the next step, and from the first step to the end step, from where you began to where you end up, and whatever happened in between doesn't count. It's almost like me showing you, let me show you something. This is great. I've got something for you. See this? There's a hole in here. There's a hole in here. Same area space. The same area you're just looking at. I haven't moved. Oh, where's the hole? All I did is take this away. This was the hole in the area of space that is void. This is the void space. This is what takes up the void space. In this coordinate space was this. The item number is 28134968. Area space. It is the queen, it is the crown, it is all because it's taking up the space. If you sit on it, you're on the space it takes up that it took in the coordinate space of the inside of the total void. So all these numbers I'm looking at MESSIER's over here. I don't completely understand everything. I'm still learning this. And again, we're getting names that run it like 101 is actually, 101 is very special because inside the 9-ball in pool is the 1-ball in pool because the 1 and 9 in the cards are identical. The ace and the 1 are identical. And the two ways we run the horses through thoroughbred and standard, they each give number 1 a red color in which number 10 is added to blue and red in standardbreds, but in thoroughbreds it's purple, which is the combination of the blue and red of the 10 horse. So 10 and 9 come together. 3 times 3 or 5 times 2 and 5 and 5. All you need is 5 and 2. 5 times 2 is 10. 5 and 2 is 7. Raphael, do I have anything else to talk about? I still have to look over that thing, MESSIER. I didn't finish the end. Without real numbers that are the masters for every letter, the truth cannot be seen. Only thou it shall be fake within things thought as being of truth. Well, that was pretty weird, eh? Anyways, Raphael 7286 and a constellation of Pegasus. Well, like MESSIER says, the whole system actually, we'll leave the 9 numbers and the 0, and we're just going to get the order, it in order, because it should be 1948365 is probably the real order of numbers. I mean, we see it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But if I started speaking to you in Hebrew, Achat, Shalosh, Shmesh, Arbat. 1, 2, 3, 4? No, that's not 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what I told you it was. But it's not. Every time you say 1, you're saying 6. Every time you say 2, you're saying 9. But you don't know, because you only know what's in the dictionary, what we were learned, what we are told. Because guess what? 1 and 1 is 2. It just goes together. But the word 2 is shtayim. So I'm quiet. Thank you.